So equations of a line. So a key thing to note here is that if you want to come up with an equation for a line, first you need to either have 2 points if I have to be very specific, at least 2 points are required, but 2 should do at minimum. If that doesn't work, we could use 1 point and 1 slope are required. So either we need 2 points or we need 1 point and 1 slope. If we don't have, points or information that doesn't satisfy either of these, then we cannot define a line. Depending on the case, so if we have 2 points, if we have 2 points, the preferable equation form is the slope-intercept form. What is that form? So y is equal to m times x plus b. Our objective is to find the m and the b. So since we have 2 points, say x1, y1, and x2, y2, we can easily find the slope. So that would be our first step. Once we find the slope, use one of the 2 points with the computed slope to solve for the y-intercept. So here is an example. So we want to find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form if it passes through 3, 1 and 6, 3. Not very complicated. So the very first step is to find the slope. I'll call the first point as x1, y1, second point as x2, y2. So this slope m would be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, 3 minus 1 divided by 6 minus 3. So we would end up getting 2 over 3 for this slope. Once we find the slope, the second step is to use the slope in this equation, pick one of the 2 points. It really doesn't matter whether you pick 3,1 or 6,3. I tend to pick the one that feels easy to me. There are key things that will make a point easy. Not having a fraction, not having negative numbers, not having large numbers. All of those would make a point difficult to deal with. So I usually go for a point that seems simple to me. So I am going to pick 3,1. So at the point 3,1, the value of y is 1. The value of x is 3. And we have plus b. But we know the slope from part A, so 1 would be equal to 2 over 3 times 3 plus b. 3 and 3 would go away. 1 would equal to 2 plus b. B would equal to 1 minus 2, which is minus 1. So now we've got the value of m, we've got the value of b, so the equation of the line in slope-intercept form is y equal to 2/3 x minus 1, because the slope is m, 2 over 3 from part A. The intercept is -1 that we calculated from part B. So the answer is y equals 3 over 2x plus 11 over 2. So the very first step is to solve for the slope. y2 minus y1. So seven minus 4 divided by 1 minus minus 1. 7 minus 4 is 3. 1 minus multiplied by minus 1 is plus 1. So the slope is 3 over 2. So to find the y-intercept, we can pick one of the two numbers, or excuse me, one of the 2 points. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick -1, 4. Y is 4, m is -1 plus b. But we just found the value of m, so that would be 3 over 2. Parentheses around a fraction, always a great idea. So 4 would equal to -3 over 2 plus b. Move the -3 over 2 to the other side. It becomes positive 3 over 2. We need a common denominator. We have 4 over 1, multiply and divide by 2. So we have 8 over 2 plus 3 over 2 equals b. The common denominator is 2, so we combine the numerators. 8 plus 3 is 11. So the slope-intercept form is y equal to 3 over 2x plus 11 over 2. A 1/2 is in common, so I can pull that 1/2 out and write it as 1/2 multiplied by 3x plus 11. Either answer would work, but the second one is a bit nifty in terms of writing. An easy way to check if your answer is correct is to look at the slope and the y-intercept. If it is any number other than 1 or -1 for b, the denominators of the slope and the y-intercept will always match up. I wouldn't even say will, I would say they must match up. Even with -1 and 1 for the y-intercept, it will match up, but you just have to rewrite that 1 to see it. So if b is not 1 or -1, and you have a problem like this, at the end of the day, the denominator of the slope and the denominator of the y-intercept must match up. If they don't, then you made a mistake somewhere. So first, we have to find the slope. So m is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 is 2, y1 is -1. Denominator, x2 is 3, x1 is 4, so we have 3 minus 4. Numerator, 2 minus of -1, you get 2 plus 1, which is 3. 3 minus 4 is -1, so we get -3. Now that we have the slope, we go back to y equals mx plus b and choose one of the 2 points. We could either pick 4, -1 or 3, 2. I am going to pick the first point. So at 4, -1, when y is -1, x is 4. But so we have an equation where we have m and b, but we know the value of m. M is -3. So -1 would equal to -3 times 4 plus b. -1, 4 times -3 is -12 plus b. Move the -12 to the other side. -1 plus 12 equals b. And 12 minus 1 is 11. So the slope-intercept form is y equal to m, which is -3 times x plus b. B is 11. So the first step would be to find the slope. The next step, use one of the 2 points to solve for the intercept. Then we know the value of m, we know the value of b, we can plug it in, y equals mx plus b. So in this case, m was -3, b was 11. So I took those, plugged it in, y equals mx plus b, and I have the slope-intercept form of the line.